What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to the BS Show. We got some big fight news. Leon Edwards will be fighting Khamzat Chimaev later this year. Leon Edwards, if you did not know, got dropped out of the rankings due to inactivity. He is now back, and he's at the number 3 spot now that this fight is confirmed. Khamzat Chimaev came on the scene and was just running through people in the UFC. Dana White was on record saying this dude, wants to fight. He's a killer. They double booked him. He's running through everybody. He's been yelling and calling for top-tier fighters. He called out Nate Diaz. He called out Conor McGregor. Well, guess what now? He's got his shot against a very, very dangerous opponent in Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards has not lost since December 19th of 2015 when he lost to a unanimous decision to Kamaru Usman, who was our current champion. Since that time, he has beaten Dominic Waters, Albert Tumanov, Vicente Luque, Brian Barberena, Peter Sabata, Donald Cerrone, Gunnar Nelson, and Rafael dos Anjos. So this dude is a straight-up killer. He's beaten former champions, people who have fought for belts, stud strikers like Vicente Luque. I mean, if Chimaev wanted a top-tier fighter to test his skills, he's got it because Leon Edwards is an absolute stud. We don't really know much about Chimaev at this point, just simply because he's a newer fighter. I mean, he looks good for what we've seen, but we see this time and time again. Guys burst on the UFC scene. They get some crazy, cool wins. Everyone's behind him. The hype train's behind him, and then it gets derailed by fighting a stud like a Leon Edwards. If I were to bet on this fight, if I were to put my money on this fight, I would bet on Leon Edwards just simply because he's proven. He's fought in a lot of studs in the UFC, champions, former champions, perennial contenders, and I know what he can do. He's got great striking. His stand-up is really, really good. He's smooth. He's fluid, and he's beaten some great strikers. Donald Cerrone, Vicente Luque, Rafael dos Anjos. He's beaten those guys, but he's also beaten tough guys like Gunnar Nelson. He's beaten, if he went to a decision with our current champion, Kamaru Usman. So I know he can do it. I know he can fight. I know he's going to be there. Khamzat Chimaev has a lot of question marks, in my opinion, because the guys that he fought were not top 5 guys, were not title contenders, were not former or current champions. So we don't know what he's going to be able to do against that level of talent. So this is a great fight. I'm really excited to see Leon Edwards back in action, and I'm really excited to see how Chimaev does against some top-tier opponents. So let me know in the comments below what you think, guys, and thank you for tuning in.